guys. So I'm going to show you how to set up your lab. So first of all, you need to make sure that you have your lab kit. So your lab kit should have something that looks like this. So you should have 2 strips of paper in it. You should have your ping pong ball, you should have your pink paper, and then you should have your flower. If you don't have these, then you have to let us know ASAP because these are all very important materials. You'll also need some tape. Any kind of tape is fine. So the first thing you want to do is take out your colored piece of paper because this is where you're going to experiment on. You want to open it up. Try to flatten it out as much as possible because the creases are going to make it more challenging for you to do the experiment, and you want it on a nice flat surface. Okay. I feel like I'm on a cooking show, so welcome to Cooking with Ms. Fung. We are making asteroid craters today. Delicious. Okay, so next what you're going to do is you're going to take out your strip of paper that looks like this. It has directions on it. These directions say, tape the edge of the paper to the dotted line to make a ring and make sure the top and bottom of the ring are flat and even. So please follow those directions. So go ahead and take this, and you're going to bring it all the way around to the dotted line like this. And you want to make sure that it's nice and flat and even because this is the ring that's going to be holding your flower. You don't want flour to seep out the bottom. So make sure that it's lined up well so that everybody has the exact same size container for these flower experiments. And then you're going to take a piece of tape and you're just going to tape it down so that it stays flat. Okay, and just double check when you set it on a piece of paper, you want to make sure that it's flat. What you want to do is carefully open your flour bag. Yes, carefully is the key word. Not like the ramen challenge where he just opened the bag and it flew everywhere. So what I would recommend is keeping most of the bag sealed, but just opening up the very little bit on the side. And then you're going to carefully pour the flour into your paper ring. Like so. So it's going to be something like this, where you're pouring the flour in. Okay, so this is going to take me a little while because I'm doing it carefully, so I'm going to pause and come back. Okay, so I have filled my paper ring. Looks like this. So you can see there's a lot left over on the top, and I'm just going to go ahead and seal my plastic baggie so that none of that flour escapes. Okay. Or should I say lunar surface escapes. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is, now that you have your paper ring like this, oh sorry, earthquake. Okay, you're going to take your paper ruler or anything that's flat and even. A planer ruler would work really well. And now you're just going to start flattening it out and making sure that your ring is totally full of flour. Just like this. Da, 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 da. Okay, so you should have a nice, flat, even surface when you're all done. Look how beautiful my lunar surface is. Okay, also you want to make sure that you don't have a lot of excess flour all over the place. So get it as close to your paper ring as possible, and I will explain why once we start collecting data. That you are ready to start data collection. So the first drop height is 15 centimeters, which is one of these paper rulers. So you're just going to line your ruler up with the very top of your ring. And then at the very top of the ruler, you're going to set the bottom of your ping pong ball. You do need to be consistent about this. And then what I would recommend is, let me lift it up so you guys can see it a little bit better. So I have my paper ruler right here. And then you're going to put the ping pong ball, take away the ruler, and then drop. Okay. So if you can see this, let's try. After that, you're going to remove the ping pong ball, put it in a safe location so that your cat doesn't get to it and your dog doesn't get to it. Now you're going to measure the crater width. It is a beautiful circle. So you're going to use your paper ruler, lay it flat across the widest part of the crater. And let me turn it around this way so you guys can see it a little better. Okay, so 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters, and then 1 little line, 2 little lines brings me to 3.2 centimeters, okay? You're going to stick it into your crater. That's why we're doing this last so we don't mess it up. And you're going to go as deep as you can. After that, you want to line up the edge of your ruler with the flour and see how deep it actually is. And I can't see it because it's facing you guys, so I'm going to turn it around for a second. Okay, and then for me, I'm actually going to shift my ruler over to the side so that I can read it better. And it's about 0.8 centimeters. So again, every single one of these tiny lines is 0.1 centimeters. So you want to stick it down all the way to the deepest point and then measure it from there. Okay, so those are the 3 data points that you need for every trial. Now, to reset for the next trial, what I would recommend is scooping up all of the excess flour, whoa, like so, pouring it back into your ring, like this. And then you're going to do the whole process over again and flatten everything out. Okay, so same thing, you're going to take your paper ruler or your planner ruler, because that's actually probably better. And you're just going to smooth out the surface so that your entire ring is full of flour and it's a really nice, flat, even surface. Okay, and then once you have that, you're ready to do trial 2. And then you're going to do it all over again for trial 3, okay? So you've done your 3 trials for your 15 centimeters. Now you're going to move on to your 30 centimeters and then your 45 centimeters. Both of those also need 3 trials. But because you've already used the flour 3 times, what I would recommend is this. You're going to start all over again. So take your ring and you're going to remove the ring. Be very careful. Shake it off so you get the flour. Shake, shake, shake it off. And then remove the flour. So you're going to pick up your piece of paper and go like this. And you're going to open up your little baggie of flour so you don't get flour everywhere. And go like this. Bend it. Whoa. Okay. And then you're going to pour the flour back into your little baggie. So this just makes sure that you are starting fresh for the next set of data and that the flour doesn't get too compacted. So to really make sure that it's not compacted, I'm going to go like this, shake it up so that it's fluffy again, and then reset it all up. So I'm going to pause while I reset again. Okay, so once again, I have a nice mound of flour on top, and this is going to get flattened out once again. So I will show you guys how I do that again. Look at that, a beautiful, see? Beautiful. Okay, and then now you guys are gonna do 30 centimeters. So 30 centimeters is 2 of your rulers. So 1 ruler is 15, 2 rulers is 30, 3 rulers is 45. You're gonna do 30 centimeters. So same thing, put your ruler down and then measure where your ruler ends, go like this. And then same thing, you're going to remove your ruler and drop it from here. And again, if you have a regular ruler like this, it is already 30 centimeters, so you can just go and drop it from here. You're going to do that 3 times, and don't forget that you want to reset and smooth out the surface between each trial. And then finally, you're going to go from 45 centimeters, which is going to look something like this. I have a ruler here. I'm going to put my paper ruler on top of that. So 45 centimeters means I'm dropping my ping pong ball from right here. So it's actually a decent distance away from, watch this, woo! A decent distance away from my flour. So I'm going to drop it. Oh, that was not a good drop. So if that happens to you, then you just want to reset. So scoop your flour back up again, dump it back inside, and then smooth it out and try again. So you want 3 trials for 30, 3 trials for 45, for a total of 6 additional trials beyond 15. So in other words, you want 9 trials total.